So the introduction is providing a link. In our last lecture, we did the following. Or you ask, what is it that we did in our last lecture? Then you answer your question, because they are not there to tell you. So you answer, yeah, we did the following things and so on. Next one is that an introduction gives you a chance to make a general statement of what the lecture is going to be about. Kind of overview of the lecture, the individual lecture, where it amounts to now summarizing these numbers which you have given here, the substantive areas. That, like in this one here, you are going to say that in this our lecture, we are going to talk about poisonous animals and venomous animals. In doing this, then you will state what are the areas of concern in addressing this particular types of animals generally. And then you tell them that we are going to have some activities at the end of this. By the end of this lecture, or at the end of this lecture, you should be able, addressing people, you should be able, as a person in front of you, talking to him or her, you should be able to identify these particular poisonous animals, and then you would say, be able to know the kind of types of poison that come from them, and the precaution that you need to take if you are faced with them. I don't know, but those are some of the things you might talk about. And you are saying that in the second one, first of all, is poisonous animals and venomous animals. Distinguish between poisonous animals and venomous animals. Are they different?
They are different.
Yeah, so you want them to distinguish the difference between these two forms. One you are calling poisonous, the other one you call venomous, so that they are able to distinguish them.
So you say you should be able to.
Yes,
you should.
Yes.
Yeah.
To continue on the same, textbooks usually have no activities except at the end of the chapter, most of them. If you look at maybe more than 90% of textbooks, they do not have activities. The content is usually in chapters and they are in very large blocks. So you'll find a long chapter with just a huge block of content, which is not very well structured. They usually then tend not to have assignments because they are writing for a general audience and they don't have feedback, again because of that generalizability of a textbook. The distance education material requires the learner to apply the new knowledge and the skills. So there is opportunity for the learner to apply, where you can actually tell the learner, now that you have done this, maybe take some action in order to see whether you can apply that knowledge. Activities and exercises exist throughout the textbook, so they are actually very well scattered and distributed in the text. The content is usually divided into small chunks. Now this one is from a principle of learning psychology, where it is said that people learn when you give them little at a time. So that's a principle of learning. You don't give too much. And probably that is the principle behind how even we do our timetables. If you look at how we teach students, we have in undergraduate, at least during my time, I don't know now, but I remember the lectures were always 1 hour lectures, 1 hour lectures. If you go to high school, it's still the same. Yeah, 1 hour lectures. Why don't we have 3 hour lectures? Then you finish your work for the week, you know? Okay, at masters we do that, but if you look at undergraduate, we try to give in small chunks. 1 hour is a unit. In high school, it's 40 minutes. you know. Why can't it be longer? Yeah, a few will have a double lesson, yeah, of 40-40, but most is 40. It is from that realization that this concentration span of anybody, the human mind, is not very long, and they get bored after a very long time. Even those who teach how to do presentations, they say make your presentations very short and brief.
Yeah, we are requesting for your attention for this last session of our day. And as we agreed today in the morning, we say that we'll be having our last session, which is basically sharing of our work and our activities that we have done for the day. So this first sharing is actually sharing from the team which was working on tutoring. As we said in the morning, the team which was sitting in that room, the VIP room, the VIP lounge, the main activity which was going on in that room was tutoring. So we were having 5 members, 1 tutor, 4 learners in that particular room. So the essence of having this sharing is basically to tell the audience what happened. And to lead the team is our tutor, who is Charles Luande Omondi, and is going to also introduce one of the learners, who is also going to show us what he has learned. And then afterwards, I will invite comments from the audience, feedback from the audience, and then that will be the end. I want to say that the essence of tutoring is to enable the participants to tutor online. As we were told, this module, once we have written, will eventually land into the university portal system, and that is where your module will be uploaded, and you will be given orientation on how to tutor. So without wasting time, I want to welcome Charles Omondi Luande to lead the session. And I think now we are full house, because we were 5 members in that particular room. So welcome, Charles.
Okay, welcome to this presentation. So, been preparing the tutors that will work with the students taking Masters of Arts in Religious Studies. And these are some of the people that are expecting to teach that course online. So I've been showing them how to guide students online, in addition to using the book that the books that they have written and are already posted online. And so far we are progressing well, and we expect to meet the objective on or before Thursday. So with me is Professor Ubutu, Professor Dumu, and Professor Father Reverend Washege, who will be taking us through this presentation, just to show us what we have done, or to show you what we have done so far. We have covered a third or 30% of what is expected of us, and we will continue tomorrow morning. So we'll take you through. So this is the system we are using, the system that we're using in the university. So first, Father Washege will log in and take us to this course. Log in. So to log in, the rule is that he uses the university payroll number and the assigned password.
So your user's name is your payslip number, so you insert it there. And then for password, you use your secret word. Normally you are standing. Or you are dotted. Okay. Then you enter. Yes. Then once you enter, you click into your course. In this case, since I'm having 2 MA courses, I have deliberately choose 561. 561, that is modern trends in Christianity. Then from there, on your left, you have a description of the items, wherever you have students here. Yes. So you have the various items there. You have course description, you have agenda, announcements, documents, exercises. We have done those. So if we start with course description, so you just click there at the course description. Then from there you scroll, and the course descriptions are inserted there. This is the exercise we have been doing. And then, then you have also put the objectives, unit objectives, they are there. We inserted through the assistance of our instructor, Omondi. Then assessment method, we were shown how to go about it. The assessment could be in the form of the CAT, final exams, and then you come to teaching method. Well, this has to tally with our mode of delivery. And then we have references. These are some of the biographies, just for practical purposes. After that, you have model questions. The kind of questions your candidate will expect, definitely not multiple choice, because we are in a university. You set them in such a way that they have the freedom to show their creativity without copying and pasting. And then after that, we scroll up. Then to go back there, you just click to the title of the course. And then you come to the next item, that is the agenda. So under agenda, you have to give the description of the agenda.
Let me explain something.
Sorry, here.
So agenda is used to enter events that will take place during the teaching period. When the semester begins, you have specific events that will take place in that semester on specific dates. So you enter them in this system as agenda so that the students will be guided. They know what happens on what date.
And you show how long it will take, and then the location, where will it take, the speakers who will be there, and in our case, yes. For instance, in our case, the agenda will be, this program is a Vision 2030 flagship project, which is expected to add to the fulfillment of making Kenya an industrious country by 2030. The main objective of this program is to enable the graduates to analyze socio-political and religious issues that impact on life in a contemporary society. Because as we know, our expectation is that our MA will be launched next week on 19th, if all goes well. And I understand that will be the very first in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. So that is all about the agenda. The other item, we scroll up by clicking into the title of the module, and then we come to the next item, that is announcement. When you want to make announcements for your candidates, we are shown how to go about it. whereby you have to indicate even the date, and then you give the information. And for practical purposes, the lecturer of one of the courses made the following announcement, which reads, since I will be in Multimedia University with my fellow professors to polish my 2 MA distant learning modules for next week's launch, our lectures are adjusted to CRS 202 Module 3 will begin on Friday 9 a.m. and CRS 404 Module 3 on Friday 2 p.m. So that is just one of the examples. And then, of course, your candidates will have got the message. Then you go back, we click to the title of the course. We come to the next item, that is documents. Well, documents have to do with the module itself, the one you have developed, articles which you would like to complement your unit with, because the unity by itself can be a little bit conservative. Other scholarly issues may arise, and you'd like your candidates to be alert and modern. So here you have to insert more scholarly material which you source, and then you attach for your students. So that is the other item we went through. For instance, for this kind of course, one of the main things is additional reading materials. We qualify it as additional because already the module has the material. So now these other ones are to complement the already done material. And by the time you finish, already other scholarly works will have come up because scholarship grows. In this case, the lecturer of this course indicates that one has to complement the courses with material from Professor Charles Nyamiti's new book called Jesus the Ancestor, Edward Skirebek's contemporary book titled God with a Human Face, and then Jürgen Moltmann's book, which is relevant, which can complement the notes well, the module well, titled Theology of Hope.